So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. So things are underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. He's gone direct. And that's off target. And here's Vinicius Junior. That is lovely. Traoré. Mbappe, he is onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game.
It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So perhaps now the breakthrough. He has spurned it.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Traoré. Madrid are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Vinicius Junior. And here's Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. Traoré. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Olise, expertly cut out, really nicely done. And shifted it to the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Zaire Emery threads one in. Bellingham. Bellingham scooting forward. Just eases him off the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Dembele wants to run onto this. Vinicius Junior. Here's Traoré. And it's Valverde. It's a good spell of possession, this. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Mbappe. Olise. Mbappe. He's in a good position here. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Olise. And here's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Now this could be a chance. And the finish!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
He's got away.
Rodrigo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! They've scored!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Madrid have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Bellingham. Driving through them. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
I wouldn't fancy playing.
And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Madrid leading by one at the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Madrid are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. That gets us going once more. Madrid currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Olise. Now he's got space here. Eder Militao cuts it out. Carreras. Rodrigo might just make this. Out for a throw.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham. There he goes. Chance for a shot! And no mistake. And there's the goal they've been looking for. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be...
He's had a shot! And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Zaire Emery. Oh, it's come loose. That's a look and place it forward. And reclaimed it in a trice. France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's a promising position. Zaire Emery. Koundé gets into a good position. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Olise with the foul. And that's going to be a booking.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607
Olise.
spettatori.
Doué. Dembele. Koundé. And he's gone backward here. Oh, he's having a go! France with the corner, they're first. He leaps for it! He's got a goal! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 11.
France choosing to make the first change. Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Pass somewhat off target. And it's Bellingham. Madrid are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Well, that's an excellent interception.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Rodrigo. Rabiot.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Chouameni. And it's Zaire Emery. And that's been intercepted. That pass has been well intercepted. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zaire Emery.
That's just playing it safe and simple. France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Hernandez. He has found the way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Zaire Emery. Oh, it's a... Jackie! Chouameni. Tries to play it through. Madrid ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Jackie. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Carreras. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Rabiot. That's really nicely played.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
That's a shade optimistic. It's just beyond his reach. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Zaire Emery. Great vision. That looks a cracking ball. Rabiot. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's going to go a long way. Time added. And that's that. Madrid can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Bellingham picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today? Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Now it's Mbappe. Now he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Cleared without hesitation. It's gone out for a throw-in. Now it's Zaire Emery. He's had it taken off him. Spread neatly. Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, it's come loose. That is good alertness. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Bellingham. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Engages and forces him off the ball. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Neither side yet able to find the net. Big chance! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to belt it away. Look at the space here. Drills one in. Doué. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foot in. Referee has just said play on. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Terrific save by Manuel. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's taking no chances there. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonal. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Valverde ready to try one. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Going for goal!
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, well played.
segnato al 32esimo minuto, numero 10.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Valverde. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, he's caught him in or out. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Hernandez has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Mbappe chasing after it. Mbappe wants to run onto this, and he's managed to get free. Zaire Emery. That's put pay to the danger. That's gone for a throw-in. Lofted in. Keeper's dealt with that. And the shots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So much time and space. Can he finish? And that was very necessary. Olise, he's a sharp little ball here. That is good strength. And he's whipped it across. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Valverde. Rodrigo. And the through ball. Mbappe. There's the shot! And he's stuck it away. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So they have it all to do again. Goes for a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 11. Lascia il campo per il numero 14.
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
No way through. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Rabiot. Dembele. Now Hernandez. Can he get it through?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Doué tries to play it through. Hernandez has it in a wide position. France have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping. No way through, so back it... It's Rabiot! It is a fantastic goal! A finish of true class! They've got their lead back. So what's your view on that goal then?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, lovely bit of skill. Madrid keep calm in the face of danger. Alexander-Arnold. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Bellingham.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Mbappe!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Carreras charging forward down that flank. And it's Valverde. This might spell danger. Chance! And it's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 20.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Madrid drag themselves back again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bellingham. Just about up to 75 minutes. Arda Güler. They're urging him to shoot. Güler! Well taken goal. And the comeback is complete. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Madrid have their lead. And a chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Güler really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mbappe. Spread to the right. Now, can they get him away? Real chance!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Thuram is having a shot! And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So again, we had parity.
Such a big goal, Peter, just when the opposition thought...
It's Rabiot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he thumps it clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's a shade optimistic. Conte. That has ended up in no man's land.
Well,
that is one way to stop him. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time for a change in personnel. Chouameni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Pass is coming off in quick succession. Shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They'll have to settle for that. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. France have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Now it's Zaire Emery.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Upamecano, Peter, is well versed in the art of gegenpressing and quick counters, having been brought through a system that excels in both disciplines. If he's able to combine this with his passing, then you could look to him to trigger an awful lot of counter-attacks.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's a little off target. Look at the and the shot! Brilliant from Valverde! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there is your opener. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And no surprise, that's a booking. Chouameni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Chouameni. Valverde. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. He saw the danger. Valverde! In he goes again! And it's made its way to him. Drills one. Rodrigo! Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Tries a shot! And he stuck it away. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
France cut their deficit and goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
France given another corner. Corner number 2 then. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played. Not the most accurate pass. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Pass somewhat off target. Keeper's got good distance on that. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Valverde. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicked it back promptly. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Madrid have their second corner now. France are looking to go forward now. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe! And again! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 8. Lascia il campo.
So we're underway for the second half.
11.
Now it's Mbappe. Rodrigo. He is through. Takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking. Tchouaméni is there and he can pick it up. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Oh, he's hit the bar! And he's there to belt it away. And it's Valverde. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's an excellent interception. Rudiger. That looks a decent ball. Alexander-Arnold can clear it away. And here's Mbappe. Aims beyond the defence. And that is masterful defending. Knocks it into space. Upamecano. Can he get on the end of this? Zaire Emery. And here's Dembele.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Vinicius Junior actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, shooting chance! Madrid get their 4th corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Zaire Emery. Valverde with 2 goals already to his name. Rodrigo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Dembele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Vinicius Junior is onto this. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Bellingham. Good purposeful running. And a chance! And somehow he kept it out. They're up to 5 corners now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter.
Rodrigo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, and that's gone loose. Well read, nice interception. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's beaten the last man. He's having a shot! Oh, crossbar! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 18.
Well, the 2 coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 13.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Goulart gets into a good position. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant.
Chance! And that's a tiny finish. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
France may be down, but not out just yet. That is Conte. Olise, and he's worked it through. Chance for a shot! And that's in! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
France now just needing 1.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di
Not
recupero.
too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Tries to play it through. Tries to pass it through, and he welcomes it. Big chance! Same again, same outcome.
Madrid really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And the referee brings it to a close. Madrid pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. We're up and running then.
Well, this 4-4-2...
Dembele! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Carreras gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the ball's gone astray. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. It's their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's had it taken off him. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Such good technique.
Upamecano has given away a free kick. Unrelenting. Here's a chance! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Can he get on the end of this? Good read, needed to be.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets, pressing, as well as being a goal threat. In other words, pretty much everything.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Bellingham. That looks a decent ball. Oh, that's delightful. Doué. Hernandez. He's having a pop! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, third corner of the game. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. No goals as yet. And here's Dembele. Dembele. That's put paid to the danger. Rodrigo. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. He might be in here. Rodrigo has the space to scheme. He's having a shot! Goal! And we have liftoff. Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Dembele does well not to be outdone there. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Takes a shot! Madrid have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's having a go! Not a bad try by any means.
Herrera's has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Vinicius Junior! In he goes again! And no mistake! And they're threatening to fly away here! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Dembele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bellingham bops him off it and wins back the ball. Zaire Emery shapes to shoot! And we've reached half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 11, numero 16.
So the action resumes.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 1.
Can he get it through? No, again there's no way through. Chouameni. Rodrigo. Chouameni. Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's intervened well there. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo, who does have an assist to his name.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest.
He's having a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. Decent chance! And that's a good finish. It is an explosive start to the second half. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
France cut there. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chouameni, Rabiot. Oh, it's Dembele. Almost an hour gone. Now it's Zaire Emery. Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still
tries one from range.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Rabiot. And it's come back to the keeper. Madrid are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's Dembele. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Rodrigo. Hernandez, looking for the run. And this is Rabiot.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero
Well, look,
20.
they know they've got a height
Numero
advantage,
18.
and it's time for them to use it.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
This a
Il numero
chance!
13. Il numero
And he's
3.
heaved it
Attenzione,
away.
un cambio.
And now they can... And he shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And it's Koundé.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Eder Militao wins the duel this time. Now, can they get him away? No, that was never going to make it. Mbappe! So, what can they make of this? Tries to play it through. He's found the way through. Shot could be on. Nice looking ball. Floated through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chouameni. Mbappe. Pressure coming in from all directions. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mbappe. Eder Militao spots it and intercepts. And he welcomes it in. Nicely spread. Incoming delivery. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Koundé. Great vision. He's being urged to shoot. It's Dembele! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. All hands on deck for this one.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That has been cut short. Rabiot.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That has ended up in no man's land. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football.